name is Abdil, and welcome to Monster Morgue. Hello, in today's build, we're gonna build the Rowan, or the Rumbling Rabbit Hammer. I really hope you enjoy this video. For a base, I start with a yoga block, then with a couple of EVA foams. 8mm foam and almost 50mm foam, some 2mm foam, contact cement, super glue, some knives, and the sketch. First, I started to give more volume to the yoga block, so I started putting some 8mm foams all around, but in the front I put like 50mm EVA foam. With protection in my face and the contact cement, I start to glue all the sides, in front and in the bottom. I glue these two parts of 10mm each, is almost 20mm, and I put this in the front of the hammer. Now with my ruler, make some lines in the front, and you have to do like a shape. I will put it inside. What shape exactly? It looks like a house. Then we need to cut that with a lot of careful and a cool new knife. In your left, you will see the shape that I'm saying. You should not be doing this if you're a kid. And if you're doing, please make an adult help you. This is a knife and you can cut yourself. We don't want that. Now we got the two parts. Now we need to cut the top and bottom, so that I can make like an arrow shape. Now we're gonna use some gap filler, and we're gonna use a glove, a little bit of water to fill all the gaps using your fingers or a scrap. Now that it's dry, we need to find the center to put the pipe. I'm using the ruler to mark the center. Then, with an aluminum pipe I made, I just sand the edge and do what you're just watching in the video. Then I pull it out like a cork and make a hole. Now, with a 1/2 inch PVC pipe, 36 or 30 inches long, with some hot glue, put the pipe in the middle. Now that it's dry, I took a 2mm foam, like an 1.5 inches, and with some super glue, I glue it all around the pipe. Now, with two stripes of 2mm EVA foam, I do the same all around the hammer. I overlap each stripe, as shown. Now, with a 2mm foam, 1 1/4 inch, I roll down the bottom part of the hammer and I roll it down to the bottom. Now, with a scrap piece of EVA foam, I roll the bottom part of the hammer. With some plastic domes, I glue them in the edges of the hammer. I also put some domes down here. It's time to paint. I give 2 coats of plastic. Now that it's dry, let's start to paint. We're gonna use some acrylic white paint and a little bit of Mod Podge. We're gonna give only one layer because the mallet or the hammer is supposed to look like old. Then we gotta weather it with a little bit of gray colors. Here I'm using the grays just to put in the corners and some of the edges and some of the cracks. I'm using my hand to blend it. In both sides of the hammer, it got the word help. Here I'm using black acrylic to write help, using a reference, obviously. Now, in the flat part of the hammer, it has a circle, a red circle. I'm using acrylic here, also with a little bit of Mod Podge. With some acrylic silver, I'm doing the dry brush technique in all the bottom part of the hammer. Also of the domes, that it looks like studs. Now 2 layers of Mod Podge and we're finished. And remember, if you liked the video, please consider to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching and good night.